I would have had to sing the whole song to get to the chorus.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey everybody, welcome back in the shed. I'm Troy. This is Dave.
Merry Christmas.
And I can't believe it's Christmas time already again.
It seems like 6 months ago since we shot our last Christmas episode, which is still up. Go check it out.
We have two of them. We have best Christmas songs and worst Christmas songs.
That was a good one.
I'll leave a link to those below. So today we're gonna do the funniest Christmas songs of all time. But before we get started, I want you to leave your picks below, see if they match ours. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. So let's just get rolling. What's your number 3 funniest Christmas song?
Well, my number 3 is going to be Bob and Doug McKenzie, 12 Days of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer.
All right, they were a duo that was part of the SCTV, Second City Television ensemble. That was kind of, you know, poor stepchild of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I think you just spilled a little bit there, Troy, but that's okay. It was a launching pad for a lot of, you know, people that became big stars, like, you know, John Candy, Rick Moranis,
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy was in there,
yeah.
and Martin Short was in it.
Fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pounds of back bacon, 3 French toast, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer.
The song was performed by Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, who's another member of it.
They were the two drunk guys, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the 6th, the golden Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 packs of 2 for 5 golden tubes.
Pretty much a beer-swilling, dim-witted duo that had like this public access TV show on Canadian TV, but
they were called the Great White North, I think.
They had that song, The Great White North.
I thought their little segment was called the Great White North.
It could have been.
I can't remember. Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
That show, The Great White North, whatever, they gave us those terms like, hey, oh, how's it going there, hoser? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was all something that I grew up with. That was a little before your time.
I remember I was a kid when that came out, because it was on, I think it was on NBC from like 10:30 to midnight on like Friday night or something.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
It didn't compete with Saturday Night Live.
No, yeah.
But yeah, SCTV was great. And it had so many great, you know, characters and actors.
They had a theme song. Coo, 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 coo.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it. He's in tune. Okay, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug. How's it going, eh?
Good for you, Troy.
Yeah, I remember. Name that tune.
But anyways, that song, it's such a stupid song, but it's so funny, and it always puts me in a Christmas mood.
I don't know if I've ever heard that song before.
Oh yeah. Well, you're gonna see it now. All right, so
8 comic books, 7 packs of smoke, 6 packs of 2 for 5.
anyways, that's my number 3. What's your number 3?
That's a good number 3. So my number 3 is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
So this song is a song that my daughter, who's 20 now, when she was like 9 or 10, she used to sing this song all the time, and she sounded exactly like the little girl that sang this song. I wish I had.
Yeah, of course she can sing anything.
Yeah, I wish I had some video of her. I'm sure there's some video somewhere of her singing that song, but she sounded just like the little girl.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy.
So it was a Christmas novelty song written in 1953 by John Rocks and performed by 10-year-old child star Gayla Peavy.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus will
It actually peaked at number 24 on the Billboard charts that year.
Yeah, it was
It was
a big deal.
It was a big song, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there.
So Gayla Peavy was actually from Oklahoma, and the town she was from, the newspaper in the town she was from, did a sort of a piggyback on the success of that song, had sort of a fundraiser to raise money to actually buy Gayla a hippopotamus for Christmas. They raised the money knowing that she was going to give the hippopotamus to the zoo.
Sure.
So they raised enough money to buy the hippopotamus, and they presented it to the Oklahoma Zoo.
So they got a hippopotamus.
They got a hippopotamus for Christmas that year. Oh, and that hippopotamus that was at the zoo, it lived to be 50 years old.
What's the normal lifespan of
I have
a hippo?
no idea. I guess
That's a pretty good run.
in a zoo. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess. But in 2017, when Gayla was 73, she was present when they, I think the San Diego Zoo actually gave the Oklahoma City Zoo a pygmy hippopotamus for Christmas that year, and she was there to witness that.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And what's really sad is in 2010, in an interview with her, she said she never received any royalties from that song. So she never got paid anything for that song. Maybe they paid her to record the song, but she never got any royalties from it. I guess John Rocks got all the money.
I guess so. I guess hopefully she got some free dinners at the diner.
Maybe so, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
that's my number 3. What's your number 2?
All right. My number 2 is Robert Earl Keen, Merry Christmas to the Family.
Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at a Christmas party.
It's one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time. And it was released on Robert Earl Keen's Gringo Honeymoon album in 1994.
Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican.
It paints a picture of a very, let's just say, redneck gathering
I've probably been to a few of those.
at Christmas time.
We didn't know what to think of him. Kelly sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
It's about getting together at Christmas time, but having to go to the convenience store to get a pack of Marlboro Lights and tampons and cans of fake snow.
A can of bean dip and some dying rights. A box of tampons, some Marlboro Lights.
You know, I always think of that movie, Chevy Chase, Christmas Vacation,
Yeah.
because it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
Because you got these people that come in and they got a motorhome. They drove up from the valley, and they plugged in and blew out the Christmas lights. But Cousin Davey knew just what to do. He threw the breaker, and the lights came on, and it's just a classic white trash, if we can say that. But it's really it's just a great Christmas song.
Does it have anything in the song about grandma burning the bread or forgetting the bread? Because I remember when I was a kid and we'd go to my grandmother's house for Christmas or Thanksgiving, it was always like my grandmother, oh my God, I forgot the bread.
That's what I do. I always forget about the bread. Ask Karen. Whatever. Always burn it.
And the bread's sort of an afterthought. I mean, who really cares that much about the bread, I guess?
Yeah, but it's a great song. And, Robert Earl Keen, I've seen him several times. Even when he's playing in the summer, he will play that song.
Really?
Because it's such a crowd favorite. I mean, he's got a lot of great songs. But he can't skip that song.
Yeah.
And he will play it in the middle of July. And that's my number 2.
It's a good number 2.
Send somebody to the stop and go. We need some celery and a can of fake snow.
So my number 2 is a song I pretty much just discovered researching this topic. It is by a YouTube duo called Garfield and Oates,
I know who they are.
and the song is called
Two gals.
Two Gals, and the song is called Present Face.
Christmas comes but once a year, and mostly it is swell. But there's an epidemic that I think we all know well.
So basically, the song is about like when you open up a present, but you're disappointed, but you still have to make that face like you're yeah. My daughters were pretty good at that back in the day.
That you loathe the gift you opened, though you try to keep your grace. Your scary grin is frozen, don't you know you've got a case of present face?
They're such a great comedy duo. I've heard them a lot. What I really loved about them was their name.
Yeah,
Because they took the secondary person in those two groups.
Instead of
Simon and Garfunkel and Hall and Oates.
yeah, exactly.
But they are so smart, so clever, and so talented, and they play music.
They see how much I hate it. I hope that they don't know. I can't tell if they're on to me. Oh, please don't let it show.
Yeah, they're really good. And of course, they've. I think both of them have gone on to do some acting and stuff. But that song, when I watched the video, you got to watch the video. You can't just hear the song. You got to watch the video too.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so funny. And I can remember being, when you're like 11 or 12 or 13, it's Christmas, and you're at that age where you're not getting toys anymore. You're getting clothes. And what a horrible thing to get when you're still a kid. When you still think you're a kid, and all of a sudden you open up, there's underwear or socks. So you have to give that sort of like that face, like, oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Santa Claus.
Thank you for that.
Anyway, that's my number 2. What's your number 1?
All right, my number 1 is Blue Christmas by Danny Brownlee as Porky Pig.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
This is my favorite Christmas song, and I probably heard it I can't remember when, but probably 30 years ago.
Oh, it feels so blue. It just thinking about you.
You remember LimeWire?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where you could illegally download music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, way back in the day, 25, 30 years ago, I downloaded that song. And I downloaded all these other classic Christmas songs. And I burned a CD, which I called Kringle's Singles. And I gave it to all my friends for Christmas. And I still have it on my, iTunes. And I've given it to so many people. It was recorded by this guy in this live, I think. And it sounded like there was an audience of 5 people or something. But it is so freaking hilarious because he sings Blue Christmas as Porky Pig.
Christmas with white, but I'll ever be a blue Christmas.
You cannot listen to this song and not crack up. It's so freaking hilarious.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
You've never heard it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Man, it's the best.
Oh, baby, I'll miss you.
It's just pure genius. And I'll listen to this song probably a half a dozen times over the holidays. And literally cracks me up every time.
You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up with white.
I mean, it literally is one of those songs that is so perfect and so original and so, It's Blue Christmas. I mean, it's an Elvis song, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna love it.
Have a blue Christmas.
Well, my number one is by somebody you've never heard of, but it is Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
I know that song.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
So it's a novelty Christmas song that was written by Randy Brooks and originally performed by Elmo Shropshire in 1979 under the brand of Elmo and Patsy.
She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go.
So of course, I think everybody knows this song. It's a song about Grandma drinking a little too much, and she's ready to go for the night, and she heads out into the snow and gets ran over by a reindeer. And of course, the family blames Santa Claus for her death.
Well, she died.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
What? Did she die? Let me see if she died. Let me look at my notes. I don't know if she died. It says she is found the next day trampled, and Santa Claus and the reindeer are determined to be the culprits. When
Well,
there's
I would have to think if she was laying out in the snow.
Oh no! See, it says right here, Grandpa is. Oh no, this is Grandpa. He is unfazed by his wife's demise. So she did die, and spends the holiday watching football, drinking beer, and playing cards with Cousin Mel. So I guess he didn't really care that much that Grandma got killed.
Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well.
I always think of that song. I heard that song when I was a kid. And it always made me think of my grandmother, even though my grandmother never drank. I always sort of imagine my grandmother like going out in the snow and getting run over by a reindeer.
Dying of hypothermia. Because, if she laid out there all night,
Yeah.
she probably would have died of hypothermia.
She'd have died anyway, yeah. Whether Santa Claus was involved or not, yeah.
All right. Well, that's funny.
That's my number one. What are your top 3 funny Christmas songs? Leave a comment below. Let us know. Also, make sure to
Love to hear them, folks.
subscribe to the channel and like this video. And Merry Christmas, everybody, and we'll see you next year.
All right. Merry Christmas.